Riku's boat. And Kyrie's.
Uh-oh. It's those shadow things from the dream, from the that awakening world. Okay, what you want to do here is you want to ignore everything. You can't, even though you're using either you have a weapon, you can't attack them. You won't be able to do any damage to any of these. I think I spent like 5 minutes when I first played this game swinging at all these enemies, trying to kill them, and I realized I couldn't hit any of them. I probably spent 5 minutes before I realized, okay, fuck it, I'm just going to move on. Run in here and save real quick, which I'm going to do real fast and be right back. Before I move on, I want to make some real quick commentary before we get to it. We're getting into the action. The game started to actually pick up, so I want to get this little comments in before I get too far in, before I forget. What they're talking about with what Donald and Goofy were talking about, protecting the world order and all this stuff, is they kind of made this like a rule of some sort that they don't really heavily follow, but supposed to be the case is Donald and Goofy shouldn't be telling when they go to other worlds where they're from, the fact that they're not from that they are not from that world. But it's not something that they follow as tightly as you think it should. It's not going to be that critical of a point, because they just don't follow that rule as tightly as you think it should be, and you'll see that in a little bit more detail as the game moves along. But one thing I'm going to mention is, in case you're not sure of who these voice actors are, in case you didn't know before, the voice of Sora is Haley Joel Osment. You may know him best as the boy from Forrest Gump. He turned out to be Forrest Gump's son at the end of the Forrest Gump movie. You may know him a little bit better as the boy from Sixth Sense with I'll just say the boy from Sixth Sense. You guys know the movie. That's Haley Joel Osment. That's the voice of Sora. The voice of Kyrie is actually, I'm gonna butcher her last name because I'm so bad at it, Hayden Panettiere, and she is she was one of the, I think she did a lot of Disney stuff when she was a kid, but she's done some movies now. She's also one of the main characters of the game called Until Dawn. You'll recognize her face if you ever see her. You will recognize her immediately from Until Dawn, which I'll be doing for my channel eventually anyway. Now, I don't know for sure how accurate the voice actors are for the other characters in this game. I don't know how close they are to the, we'll be dealing with a lot of Disney characters, obviously. I don't know if any of the actors okay, I'll say any, I know some of them are, but I don't know how many of the original actors that played the roles in the original movie are revising their roles here in Kingdom Hearts. I know some of them are, but I know some. I don't think all of them are, because I think some of them may be dead by now. But I just wanted to point that out in case you were curious. All right, let's move on. Again, you can't fight anything here. You're going to have all these little shadow things popping up. No matter how much and how hard you try, you're not going to be able to attack them. You can't damage them at all, but they can damage you. So what's the best thing to do is just avoid them altogether and just run like hell.
Where's Kyrie? I thought she was with you.
The door is open.
You may not have noticed, but behind Sora, where the secret entrance was, there was a pink door blocking the way. You could not go through that door.
We've got to find Kyrie.
Kyrie's coming with us. Once we step through, we might not be able to come back. We may never see our parents again. There's no turning back. But this may be our only chance. We can't let fear stop us. I'm not afraid of the darkness.
Well, this looks familiar.
Riku.
And everything goes dark. What's this? Bright light! And Riku's gone. What is this? Keyblade. Keyblade. Okay, now we can actually fight. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. Now that we actually have gained the Keyblade, we can actually fight these shadow guys. We could not fight them earlier with the wooden sword. We wouldn't be able to do any damage to them. Now where we need to go, what I was trying to say is you can see over there at the top of the screen over there. Let me take care of a few more of these shadow guys real quick. Right over there where the secret entrance is supposed to be, you see the pink door there. If we were to try to go there first, we wouldn't be able to open that door or do anything with it. So it's best to just ignore it and come straight over here to where Riku is. And the only reason I'm throwing into fighting everything I can is I want to get the experience. I'm not going to spend too much time doing this because I don't want to spend too much time doing it. But I'm also not going to bypass and just run past too many enemies unless I'm trying to get like something specific done and I don't want to deal with the enemies through the paths that I'm going through. Otherwise, I'm going to fight pretty much everything I come across in every area that has enemies throughout the game. So I want to make sure I gain as much experience as I possibly can. So right now we'll just be dealing with these little shadow guys. They're just very simple, just straight up and strike them. Defense goes up by I leveled up, so defense went up by a bit. Or defense went up. There's nothing special about these guys, like I was just saying, just lock on and just keep swinging at them, nothing special. If you get hit, pick up as much green as you can. As you can see, they can duck down into the ground, and when they do that, they're immune to damage. You can't hit them when they're flat down in the ground like that. I think some of the Unversed in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep did a very similar thing, and the mechanics are the same between the Unversed and these guys. If they're flat against the ground like that, then you can't damage them. And you usually only do that while they're moving around. They can't attack you while in that flat position either. So you don't have to worry about having to deal with a sudden attack that you can't defend. They'll only attack once they're actually, attackable. They can't hit you if you can't hit them, basically. Alright, go in through here. You can't go back to the cove, by the way. While you're here during the storm, you can't go to the other side of the island where the star was and where the race was. You can't go over there. The game just won't let you. Let's go on through here.
Kairi!
Kairi's here.
Sora.
She sounds sleepy. What the? She just went right through him. And now he gets blown out the tree.
Whoa!
Well, things have gone from bad to worse. And the big dark ball has gotten bigger. Well, son of a bitch, look who's back. Alright, it's boss time again. He's not too dissimilar from the fight earlier in the tutorial mode, except you can see he's starting with the projectile attacks in his chest. So but the strategy is the same. Just keep attacking his hand. You can attack either hand. Doesn't really matter which one you attack. Usually, what I like to try to do is I like to try to jump before I attack. So I usually get an extra swing in whenever I jump. That also gives me some more height, because usually when you get a combo going on the air, you usually combo a little bit more. You hit more times than when you're on the ground. Okay, wait for him to punch the ground. And he's going to bring out little shadows before. Oh, already beat him. That was quick. That strength boost really, really helps. But pretty much it's just like the first fight with him in the tutorial area. Make sure you're not near the punch when he slams the ground. Avoid the chest projectiles. Kill those little shadows that he creates, and just keep beating on his hand until you beat him. That's really all there is to it. I think he just copies the same strategy. I think he just punches the ground for a while, brings out some shadows, drops back to his knee, spits out some more projectiles, and just over and over and over again until you beat him.
Look, a star's going out.
Come on, let's hurry.
I guess that star was our world, being swallowed up by that big ball of darkness. And this is Traverse Town.
Hey, you know, maybe we ought to go find Leon. Oh, Donald, you know, I bet you that,
What do you know, you big Toyota?
what do I know? Come on, Pluto!
And you would think the dogs would communicate with each other, because guess what Pluto finds?
Huh? What a dream. Ah! This isn't a dream.
No, that's a real dog.
Oh, where am I? Oh, boy. Do you know where we are? Oh, hey!
Well, I know where we are, because it just told us we were in Traverse Town. Now we can jump up here, but we can't really do much because they just keep sliding off the roof. But so there's no point in trying to get up there. There's not really much we can do at this very moment. So let's just we can't even go up here because there's some guy standing here. I don't even think we can talk to him because he won't let us. We can't get up here because he's just standing there. Fat guy, get out of the way! I don't even, we can't attack because I mean it doesn't do anything. Anyway, let's just go through here. This is what we just need to turn that corner and go up here. This is totally weird. I'm in another world. Yes, Sora, you are. We are in Traverse Town. We are now. This is officially the beginning of the game. No more prologue. No more tutorials. We're officially in the game now. This boy over here, while he might look like Titus, he's basically just a recolor of Titus. It's not Titus. I'm looking for someone. It's a big town, so check everywhere. Oh, look you looking. Okay, let's talk to this lady over here. People with nowhere else to turn come to this town. Where am I from? None of your business. Don't ask that question here. Everyone's got an unhappy past. Aren't you kind of a bitch? Don't be such a mean little boy. Here we go. Here's an item over here. It will not open. There must be some secret to opening it. There actually is. And those secret to opening it, we can't actually do right now. We actually need magic in order to open it, and we can't do that right now, so I'm not going to bother showing that. But here's a Moogle. Here, Moogle. Moogle, I'm talking to you. Thank you. Shadows destroyed my world. I've got nowhere to go, Kupo. Oh, that's sad. Okay. What we want to do is, this guy doesn't say, this town has grown as people have lost their home worlds and come here. It's easy to get lost in such a big, sprawling place. Be careful. Currently closed off. We can't go that way because of plot convenience. I don't think we can go into the item shop either. Oh, we can. And here we find Huey, Dewey, and Louie, the little, these guys. I'm in charge of keeping the shop clean. It's easier than our bedroom. Okay. We're earning enough money here to go on our adventure. Before I actually talk to the guy, to the one in blue, I actually want to do something. I want to actually use my Keyblade to hit that fan up there. Which, by the way, took our equipment. Our weapon is now called the Keyblade, the Kingdom Key. The keychain attached draws out the Keyblade's true form and power. And as you see, the Kingdom Key gives us an additional 3 points of strength. Each key, this is our weapon, and just like any other RPG, you can get new weapons that'll adjust your stats accordingly. Obviously, the Kingdom Key is the one we have right now. What I want to do is I want to... What am I locked on? I can't see what I'm locked on. There we go. I want to jump up there and hit that button. I want to hit that fan. There we go. And we got a postcard. There are, I believe, 10 postcards that you can pick up here in Traverse Town, and you use them at the mailbox. What mailbox? Well, this one right over here. You can either pick them up one at a time and bring them here one at a time, or you can pick them all up, or pick them up in groups if you want and bring them here, or then pick them all up and then bring them here. It doesn't really matter. Send 10 postcards to win something. Good luck. Alright, so let's put the first one in. Send first postcard. And we got a cottage. I believe a cottage is like a tent. It's only usable at save points. Fully restores a party's HP and MP. Can only be used from the menu. Okay, so you can use it from the menu at any time. But obviously you can't use it during battle because you can't access the menu during battle. Alright. Okay, we're going out of that shop. Let's go into this shop here. Let's go to the accessory shop. Here we're going to see our first Final Fantasy character. Well, outside of the Moogles, of course. Hey there. How can I... Oh, it's only a kid. Not a kid. The name's Sora. Okay, simmer down. So why are you the long face, Sora? You lost or something? No? Well, maybe. Where are we? Huh? And then he obviously, that black screen, he's obviously explaining what's going on. Traverse Town. So, Gramps, is this really another world? Don't call me Gramps. The name's Sid. This is Sid Highwind from Final Fantasy VII. How interesting, the first Final Fantasy character you see... Well, okay. I see the first Final Fantasy character we saw Waka and Titus from 10 and Selphie from 8 back on Destiny Island, so it's not the first Final Fantasy character you see, but... Now, in Final Fantasy VII, Sid actually smokes a cigarette. Well, because this is a kid's game, we can't have Sid smoking a cigarette, so instead he's chewing on a piece of straw. So, anyway, like I said, not sure what you're talking about, but this sure ain't your island. Guess I'd better start looking for Riku and Kairi. Well, good luck with whatever it is you're doing. If you ever run into trouble, you come to me. I'll look out for you. And hit anything with my big staff that it's a spear that he's got. And it wasn't much better. Okay. There's a save point here. I'm going to throw in a quick save and be right back. Let's examine this. There are traces of fire. That's all there is to that. Okay, let's leave. Okay, so now we know we're in Traverse Town. Even though we already knew it from the splash screen when we first saw Goofy and Donald. Nothing we can do over here. This is closed off. Now let's see what my memory serves. There's a chest up there. Oh, there's Moogle here. This is the item workshop, Kupo. We're researching item synthesis and super weapon forging. Yes, that we can't go in there right now because it says it's closed off. But when we can go in there, we'll be able to get some actually pretty powerful weapons. Let's jump over this. I don't think we can do anything with this. Looks like it's locked. Alright, well, can't do anything with that right now. We need to go through this door over here, but I don't want to do that just yet. I think I want to try to get up on the roof, and I'm trying to remember how I can do that. Push this over here. And I think I can jump up here. And then up here. Here we go. And we open this treasure chest. For another postcard. Alright, that's our second postcard. I don't think there's anything else we can get up here. I think those are the only 2 postcards available in this section of the town. Maybe. I see another treasure chest over there. I'm trying to remember for sure, but it has been a while, so I'm going to try to get all... This is, again, an optional thing. You don't have to try to get these postcards, but it's a nice little thing. You do get a reward, like I said, from the mailbox for mailing all 10. But let's go ahead and just proceed on with the clock. I think that's all we can get right now. Some of the things we have to get after we get the rest of the party, when we learn magic, when we get better abilities that allow us to jump higher and things of that sort, we'll be able to get some more postcards and other stuff at that point. Otherwise, let's just move on with the plot.